Peter Siddle's watching on, and I'm sure with a big smile on his face. Sids, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad set then. It's always nice seeing Ducky go off. I had the pleasure of captaining against him a few years ago at the Strikers, and he did it to us, so it's nice to be on the same team as him.
This is the best power play of any team this season, Pete. It's exactly what your team needed to get a bit of momentum going.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, Digger started off well that first over, and then Ducky's kept it going.
Misfield.
They won't come back for two, much to Peter Siddle's relief.
Sid, it's Finchy up here in the box. Was there much talk in the pre-game or in the lead-up to this match? Was this fixture last year where you started to get some momentum back in the side, well, back into the competition for the Melbourne Stars?
Yeah, a little bit. I think the boys just up and obviously the first week for us wasn't a great start, so we knew we had to start something here, and yeah, we're on a little road trip now, so hopefully, yeah, the next 3 matches away we can get on a roll and just get that momentum back and, you know, start playing some good cricket, which, you know, will bring us back to Melbourne in a nice place.
Yeah, Sid's Greeny, we were talking a lot about the power play and bowling to someone unconventional like Ben Duckett, where you have to have as a seamer, you know, fine legging because of the ramp.
Oh, yes, Tony.
And, you know, as spinners, we saw Akila Sane go with deep backward point, deep backward square. What's the sort of approach when you know a batter does play that lap shot early on in the power play for you?
Yeah, it's tough, obviously. Yeah, you usually don't have the field in that position.
Catch that.
Yeah, usually don't have the field in that position straight away, but yeah, I don't mind giving that chance to play it. I think, you know, it is a risky shot. I think if you're prepared for it as a bowler, knowing that they might move into position to play it, that you're ready for it. And I think that's the one. It's obviously a bit harder for a spinner. Not as many options as a quick, so it does make it hard.
And Sid, while we've got you on the mic, can you just ask Maxi and Stoyan what game were they trying to play before? Because Maxi didn't look like he knew the rules.
I don't think they knew the rules. We were joking about that as well. What game are you playing, Maxi? Rock, paper, scissors, but they didn't know what was what.
Who was going in next?
Nah, they were trying to work out who was going in next, so they're having a battle of who goes in. So I don't think we've worked that out yet.
We didn't work it out.
Sounds like a settled batting lineup.
I think it's going to be a race between whoever crosses the line first ends up going out there. So they're both keen to get out there. It's always nice, like you said, when we get a good start. So we'll see how these boys keep ticking it over.
Love your work, Sids. Thanks, mate.
Cheers, boys.
So Murphy's done a very good job there of drying up the scoring a touch. 1 for 62.
घर से आने के बाद में घर आएगा साथ में हमारे टेस्ट में कहीं घर आंगन की याद है
Ashoka Desi at heart.
Sam Billings has popped in. Here's Ben Duckett's wagon wheel. It's been an impressive knock so far, Sam.
Yeah, it has. Typical Ben Duckett as well, square of the wicket. So strong, especially against that left arm of Akil Hussain. And we called it pre-show. He was going to play a huge part, especially on a surface like this, which is pretty dry on the top. And he's going to probably spin's going to play quite a part. He's such a good player of spin, so he started off really well where the Stars desperately needed it.
And with their batting lineup as well, knowing that they still have Stoinis, they still have Maxwell, trying to work out who's coming in next out of that pair between themselves, but there's the scope to post something big.
Yeah, maybe they won't have to come in at all the way they're going. Keep Ben Duckett out there. He's been brilliant to watch as we see Jack Edwards come into the attack for the Sixers. Has that a golden arm ability. He certainly has for New South Wales the last 2 seasons with the ball, and he's shown it with the Sydney Sixers as well.
Harper walks across and hits it down the ground just for a single. So, Greeny, having been a captain, when you're in scenarios like this where a team gets off to a flyer, what are your methods to try and... Is the priority to try and take a wicket, or first and foremost to reduce the run rate?
Yeah, I think the best way to reduce the run rate is by taking wickets, but I think it's also knowing that outside the power play now you have that opportunity to take a deep breath, try and, you know, work out that the batter's tempo then slows down naturally, and you can almost catch them trying to keep up with that tempo outside the power play. So spin usually comes in, seamers bowling, a lot of slower balls into the wicket, and if you take a wicket, then all of a sudden new batter start and you can try and force it and you go bang, bang.
Duckett's the one going bang at the moment. Didn't get all of that. He'll come back for 2. Harper's hustling to the non-striker's end.
And you can see that the temptation he's left for Duckett to that short side. Mid-off staying in the ring. He's from his wagon wheel we saw at the start of that over. Not many runs typically we see from Ben Duckett through mid-off, over mid-off. He likes square of the wicket, so there is that temptation to try and get him to hit over, take the wicket and challenge him to try and maintain that boundary hitting tempo that he was doing so well inside the power play.
Well bowled. It's only the second dot against Duckett's in this innings so far, this blistering innings, 43.